John, you were at Liverpool's game at the weekend against Stoke. What did you make of the 0-0 draw?
Not much, to be honest. I don't think anybody did. It was an extremely frustrating afternoon for Liverpool. They never really got going. They never really got at Stoke, and it was a strange formation that Liverpool deployed, and whatever was intended, it never really worked. For all the possession that they had, for all the territorial domination that they had, they never really threatened Stoke at all. A couple of opportunities, could have won it, could have nicked it, but it was a day when every Liverpool fan walked away feeling very frustrated and very disappointed.
So, given that it was a disappointing performance, perhaps a disappointing result, did anyone stand out for you? Anyone come out of the game in credit?
Very few players really. As I say, I think a lot of it may have been down to the formation or the way they faltered in trying to deploy the formation. Dirk Kuyt up front had a day to forget, and everybody in midfield really didn't cover themselves in any sort of glory. Martin Skirtle at the back is in a rich vein of form at the moment, and he was terrific again. But when you're drawing 0-0 at home against Stoke and you're giving your man of the match to one of the back three, as it were, probably tells its own story. But he did very well. He's playing very well, very combative, and getting forward actually once or twice. He offered a threat. He put a great pass through and a couple of decent balls into the box as well. So he did well. Sebastian Coates as well on his league debut looked comfortable and assured. Of course, he was alongside Jamie Carragher. It was great to see Jamie Carragher back in the back three, and all three of them did fine. But they had an awful lot of protection in front of them, so they were never really troubled.
So. Obviously that's a lot of home draws now, 7 home draws in total. How do you think Liverpool can go about getting the crucial breakthrough that turn these home draws into victories, and they get the extra points which might make the difference in terms of getting up the table?
Well, it's a familiar Monday morning question this for Liverpool this season after home games, isn't it? As you say, 7 draws and 5 of them against sides that they should be expected to beat. They're rock solid at the back, and that's the disappointment. They got the best defensive record in the Premier League. So for them not to be firing, for them to be firing blanks up front, really is frustrating for everybody. How do they change it? Well, they certainly need to be more creative and a little bit more adventurous going forward. I think Stuart Downing's got to up his game. There's no doubt about that now. There's an awful lot of potential and an awful lot of ability there, but we need to see that turned into goals. I think we need more width and more bravery going forward in the wide positions. Liverpool never really stretched Stoke, and that's what you have to do against a team like Stoke and so many of these teams that have come to take a point and got away with a point. And certainly their chance creation has just got to be better, whether it's confidence, whether in fact they need to add to their firepower now. Possibly some of the players they've looked for an attacking threat, the Dirk Kuyts, the Craig Bellamy's, Maxi Rodriguez, etc. All smashing players, and I'm sure they still have a lot to offer, but each of those 3 players are now the wrong side of 30, and it may be that they just need a little refresh up front. Andy Carroll sadly is still finding goals very difficult to come by. With Luis Suarez out of the picture, it is a problem.